12 seconds. The whole world watched them. A hand reaching back. A scream swallowed by dust. You know the clip. Almost nobody knows the story wrapped around it.
The ride took less than 20 minutes. 6 kilometers of dust and open field. And then the fence, the crossing, and a city she had never seen. Gaza. Weeks became months. The candles were relit, the posters reprinted. Her face projected 10 meters tall, while somewhere across the border, the real Noah waited in a locked room. Some 6,000 men crossed out of Gaza that morning, fighters and followers through dozens of breaches in the fence. They fanned out into more than 20 towns and kibbutzim. They attacked homes, army posts, bus stops, this festival. By nightfall, over 1,200 dead, most of them civilians, and 251 people dragged back into Gaza. I'm standing where the stage stood, where 3,000 people were dancing when the sky opened. Everything you're about to see happened here, in these fields, in daylight. Picture it the way they lived it, bass in your chest, sunrise through the speaker towers, a hand reaching into the light. Hold on to that feeling. It matters later. The supernova was a last-minute decision for many. Tickets bought days before, plans made in group chats. A trance festival over the holiday weekend near a kibbutz called Re'im. They met as students in Beersheva, Noah studying information systems, Avinatan an engineer. By that October, they were the couple friends called inseparable, already talking about forever. Avinatan Or, 30 years old, an engineer, the quiet one, the steady one, the kind of man you don't worry about, the kind of man who holds things together. There was already a shadow over the family. Noah's mother, Leora, was fighting stage 4 brain cancer. Her daughter's visits were the light she was holding on for. Friday night they drove south, headlights threading through the desert, music already playing in the cars. Some 3,400 people converging on a field near Re'im under the stars. It was a holiday weekend, Sukkot's final night. Flags draped over shoulders like blankets, bonfires against the desert cold, secular and religious dancing to the same beat. One country, celebrating. They arrived with friends on Friday night, a whole crew of them, glasses raised under the string lights, toasting to nothing in particular. That was the point. The Nova was built on one idea: friends, music, freedom, and dancing until the sun came up. By 3 in the morning, the Nova was at its peak. Thousands of hands in the air, the stage burning bright against the dark. Nobody wanted the night to end. 6 kilometers west, behind the fence, another world was waking. Gaza City. 2 million people in one of the most crowded places on Earth. Most of them knew nothing either. The barrier. Concrete, steel, sensors, watchtowers. Years of engineering between 2 worlds. Israel believed it could not be crossed. They had drilled this for 2 years. Mock kibbutzim, breach rehearsals, filmed exercises hidden in plain sight. On the morning of October 7th, the rehearsals ended. This was real. They crossed farmland at a walking pace. No cover, no urgency, no one shooting back. 6 kilometers of open ground between the fence and the festival. Unopposed. Motorcycles first, dozens of them through every gap. 2 riders each, weapons slung. Behind them came the trucks. Behind the trucks, on foot, came thousands more, wave after wave. This actual scene, a white car, an open gate, an arm raised in victory, was filmed 100 times that morning, from 100 angles. Nobody stopped a single one. Sunrise came at 6:14, golden light over the speakers, the flag lifting in the morning wind, the crowd greeting the dawn. They had 15 minutes left of that world. It reached them in pieces, a thud on the horizon, a ripple of turned heads, shapes in the sky that didn't move like birds. The music played on, for now. Motorized paragliders, cheap, slow, invisible to systems built for rockets and jets. They crossed the most defended border on Earth at the speed of a bicycle. Nobody had planned for that. Some kept dancing. Some stood frozen, phones raised, filming what they couldn't name. In the 60 seconds before the first shots, 3,000 people lived in two worlds at once. The music faltered. 3,000 faces searched the sky for an answer no one had. Noah reached for Avinatan's hand and found it already reaching for hers. It always was. 3,000 people made 3,000 separate decisions in the same instant. The cars, the fields, the trees, the road. Nobody knew that every direction led somewhere different, or worse. Through the scrub and the dust, Noah and Avinatan ran together, hands locked, matching each other stride for stride. Whatever was coming, they would meet it the way they lived, together. 3,000 people made 3,000 separate decisions in the same instant. The cars, the fields, the trees, the road. Nobody knew that every direction led somewhere different, or worse. Afterward, the road told the story. Doors left open, engines still idling, keys in the ignition. Each abandoned car, a decision made in 1 second. Run, hide, or drive. The shelters were built for rockets, concrete boxes along the roads, big enough for a dozen people standing close. They ran to them because there was nowhere else, and the men who followed knew exactly where everyone would be. The concrete held no one safe. The cameras caught hundreds of moments like this one. A man seized, marched away, gone. Some of them were killed within minutes. The fields gave nothing. No walls, no ditches. Soft cloud earth that swallowed every stride. They ran with their phones in their hands, and the phones caught everything. Not every car made it through the gauntlet. This one carried 4 people, friends who had danced together an hour earlier. He didn't fight, not because he was afraid, but because resistance meant her death or his. He walked. The hardest thing he ever did was walk. And keep walking. Her scream crossed the engine noise. 3 words, caught on camera, replayed 1 billion times. Don't kill me. The last thing he heard was her voice, growing fainter, calling his name. 2 hands, reaching across a widening gap. The image the world would never unsee. 12 seconds. That was all it took.
Whatever cause the attackers claimed, nothing justifies this. Hunting the defenseless, stealing the living. Some acts are simply wrong.
I'm standing on Route 232. On an ordinary day, a 10-minute drive to the highway. That morning, the people on this road measured it in seconds they didn't have. At every rally, 2 posters side by side. Her face, world famous. His, known mostly to those who loved him. The crowd shouted both names anyway. Noah, Avinatan. 245 days. She was moved from apartment to apartment, held among strangers, women, children, elderly hostages passing through. Ordinary rooms, locked doors, a war outside the shutters. And everywhere they took her, she asked the same question. Was Avinatan alive? No one ever answered. 245 days of not knowing. When they moved her, she was covered and walked in plain sight, through streets, past markets, invisible inside the crowd. In the apartments, life went on around her. Cooking, children, television, a household with a hostage in it. That was the strangest part, survivors said, the ordinariness. The moves came at night, a car, a doorway, a new room. She never knew where or why. She was rarely alone. Women and children moved through the same rooms, strangers who became lifelines. They whispered names, kept count of days, kept each other human. In January, they placed her before a camera and made her announce the deaths of Yossi Shahabi and Itai Svilsky, the two men held beside her, words written for her. One night, the building itself came down around her, an airstrike, 3 floors folding into dust. She was pulled from the rubble alive. Yossi and Itai were not so fortunate. They moved her one more time to an apartment in Nuseirat, in the middle of the camp's crowded streets. Her captors believed no one would ever look for her there. In a Tel Aviv hospital, Noah's mother was losing her own war. Stage 4 cancer, advancing fast. She had one prayer left, to hold her daughter once before the end. June 8th, 2024. Nuseirat camp, midday. Streets full, markets open. Israeli commandos had rehearsed this on a full-scale model for weeks. 2 apartment buildings, 4 hostages, seconds to reach them alive. They came in daylight because no one would believe it. At 11 a.m., the doors came down. He knelt and said the words in Hebrew, "We're here to take you home."
Okay, just breathe.
For a moment, she couldn't move. 245 days, ending in a single sentence. Getting in took seconds. Getting out took everything. The camp erupting around them, gunfire from the alleys, her body shielded by men she'd known for 1 minute. She ran into daylight she hadn't stood in for 8 months, carried toward a helicopter on the beach. The first embrace was her father's, in a hospital corridor. Down the hall, her mother was waiting. Leora had held on to see her daughter free. 18 days later, she let go.
The door cost a man his life, Arnon Zamora, who went in first. Noah came home to 3 weeks with her mother.
She could have disappeared into quiet. Instead, she took her story to the world. The UN Security Council, presidents, parliaments. One sentence repeated everywhere. Avinatan is still there. Free, famous, safe, and standing at windows the way prisoners do. Somewhere under Gaza, in a tunnel without one, was the person half of her never left. While her rescue made headlines, Avinatan was underground, tunnels beneath Gaza, alone the entire time. No cellmates, no voices, no daylight. 738 days, most of them in silence and lamplight. He kept himself alive on discipline, small routines, small rituals, one day at a time. The quiet man, outlasting the dark. For his family, the worst was the absence of proof. No video, no letter, no sign of life. For 2 years, all they had was the refusing to stop believing. 700 days in, something shifted in the world above him. Negotiations, a ceasefire taking shape, names on lists moving between capitals. He knew none of it. But somewhere in the dark, the man who had endured everything kept doing the only thing left. He waited. He kept the count the way prisoners always have. Marks in a surface, 1 line for each day. Somewhere past 700, the marks stopped being a record. They became a promise. She stood in the square beneath the image she could never escape. The motorcycle, 12 seconds, 10 meters tall. She had survived it. Now, she needed it to end. There were days the discipline wasn't enough, days the dark won. What held him then, he has never said. Perhaps her name, perhaps nothing, perhaps only the next breath. October 13th, 2025. Under the ceasefire, white vans move through Gaza toward the crossing points. Inside them, the last 20 living hostages. After 738 days, movement. 738 days apart. And when the world finally gave them back to each other, there were no speeches. Just this, a lighter, a shared cigarette, smoke drifting into open air. The smallest freedom is the one you feel first. The highway home was lined with strangers. Overpasses full, flags out, hands raised. A country that had counted every one of his 738 days, welcoming him back. They came on motorcycles, in trucks, on foot, thousands moving before first light. Every headlight on that road was aimed at someone still asleep, still dancing, still safe. For 738 days, no one could reach him. Now everyone could. 1,000 hands, and every single one of them just wanted to touch him home. This is where it started. 12 seconds that took 2 people and 738 days to give them back. The music is gone. The canopy still catches the sun. Some stories you can only understand by standing where they happened.
If this stayed with you, follow my channel, because the surface is never the whole story. There's a new story every time. Please subscribe.